Jason here, Clear Creek Farm. How we doing today? So we get asked all the time, what should you have on hand when it comes to kidding season? So I decided I was going to make up this bucket with everything I think you need to have on hand when you get ready to go into kidding season. This is just a start to what you should have on hand. There's a few other things that I think would be ideal to have, but if this is your first time getting started with goats and this is your first year kidding, this is what you should have on hand. So no specific order on these. This is just pulling them out of this bucket that I put everything in. The first thing is, it's a 5-gallon bucket with a lid. You should have something like this to keep everything in, keep it dry, so when you go out in the weather or go over into your barn, you can go grab this and be ready to go. First thing is electrolytes. Goat electrolyte. Any electrolyte would actually work for this. I like taking and giving the mother, after she kids, good warm water. Give her a scoop of this to put in her water. It helps her get a good kickstart and get going. The next thing here is, if you have a kid that is not eating well or will not latch on to mom due to the fact that it's either cold or you didn't catch it being delivered, anything like that is a good tube feeder. Just remember, if you're going to tube feed, make sure your animal is warm enough to accept milk. And make sure that it gets colostrum the first time it gets milk, if you're tube feeding or off of mom or on a bottle. Just make sure it gets colostrum. And that will be the next thing we have here, is some kid colostrum supplement, which this stuff here will actually help out quite a little bit if you don't think the kid had colostrum from its mom and you can't get none from its mom, found it in the field or something. You should make sure that it gets some colostrum in it within the first 12 hours at the most. The next thing is some long arm gloves that'll come all the way up to your shoulder. These are good for when you have to go in. You should have one of these on. That helps the mom from getting any bacteria infection, from getting anything from you going in and checking on a kid, or checking if she's all ready to be kidded, or if you need to pull an animal. I like to have rubber gloves as well on hand, because I'll put one of these on first, then I'll put a rubber glove over top. It helps you not rip out these kind of gloves, but it'll keep you cleaner as well. Next thing is some good shop towels. If you don't have a fabric towel, we keep fabric towels here in the barn. This can help you from cleaning out noses, pretty much anything. It's good to have that, just so that way you can keep things clean. You can use them to wipe off a kid. If you need something quick, they're here in your bucket. So if you need something quick, you have it. This is something I always buy a new set every year, is castrating bands. You're not going to use these right away when you're kidding. I figured if I was buying stuff for the bucket, I'd buy me a new set of these, because every year you need to buy a new set of castrating bands. It don't matter if you used 1 or 2 out of this bag. Once you use them, you don't want to use them another year. You use them 1 year and you're done and over with them, because if you don't, they start cracking and you can get infection in the testicles as you're trying to castrate your animals. Some iodine, which is good for dipping navels, or if the mother tears from pushing out the kid, you can spray this on her as well. But this is good for dipping navels, and I love one of these as well for dipping navels. You could take this, pour it into this bottle. It squeezes up just enough iodine, and you can dip the navels. It makes it way cleaner, not have as much mess, or you can just spray this stuff on them. Either way, it works great. Then we got a pair of scissors if you need to cut off that navel because it's a little long. These are just surgical scissors. They work good for clipping off navels if they're long. The last thing here is Chlorhexidine. This is great if you need to clean an animal. Actually, you can use this to clean your own hands up before you go in. If you're going to help deliver kids, this is basically the same thing as doctors use. Clean up themselves before they go in for surgery. Or if you ever see the vet dump blue stuff in their pails when they come out to your house, this is what they use, is the Chlorhexidine. And this stuff works wonders. This stuff works great on other things as well. If you have an animal with some kind of fungus, this stuff you can actually dump on the animal. You dilute this down with water and you can actually dump it on the animal. And we've had really good luck with it treating that fungus. If you're showing whatever and your animals get a fungus, this stuff works great. And there's a lot of other things that you can actually use this stuff for as well. You just dilute it down. This stuff here, you'll dilute down 2 teaspoons in a gallon of water. This little bottle will make you a lot. We go through a lot because we use it for a little bit of everything around here on the farm. These are just some things you should have on hand when you get ready to kid. Other than the meds you need, everything you would need would be in this bucket. So I'm going to put all this stuff back in the bucket. If you're interested in one of these, I will leave a link down below to our kidding description on Amazon, and you can order all this stuff in our Amazon store. But if you're interested in winning this bucket, me and the wife have decided that we're going to give the bucket away to one of you subscribers for helping us hit 7,000 subscribers. The way you can win this bucket, first, like this video, subscribe to our channel, because you have to be subscribed if you're going to take and be entered into this drawing for this bucket. The next thing I want you to do is to go at least share this video on one other social media. Tag us in one of them places. Share the video over there as well. Once you do that, please go back and comment "done" on this video, and I'll take and go back and check and make sure you shared it, you liked it, and you're a subscriber before we give this away. This will probably be given away after the 25th of February. We're in a sale down in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, the March Madness sale. So it'll probably be the next video after that. On Tuesday or Thursday that following week, we'll be giving this away. As always, be the GOAT, and see you guys on the next video.